Hey everyone, I am Andy Earl. I'm a maintenance technician here at Loggerhead Marinelife Center. I've been a staff member here for about 3 years, and before becoming a staff member, I volunteered here for about 6 months in our education department and as well as on Juno Beach Pier as well. I grew up in Illinois, and our family had a cabin on West Lake Okoboji, Iowa. So I grew up on the water. I grew up fishing. I grew up snorkeling. Just grew up fascinated by the water and all the creatures that were in it. But yeah, so moving to South Florida in 2017, I kind of rekindled a love for new water, which I wasn't too experienced with, and that was the ocean. So it was kind of you know, new fish, new things like that, just because I grew up kind of freshwater. So I just remember as a very small child, our cabin was right on the lake, and we had a lot of docks, and me and my brother, my older brother and sister would go and fish those docks. We would snorkel those docks, and also my grandfather had a boat up there, so when he would be up there with us, he would take me out fishing at a very early age, and really I could almost say his love for fishing kind of transferred to me, because as a child I just have always loved fishing, loved fish, and there's been a certain kind of, I guess, mystery or unknown world underneath the surface of the water that just continues to fascinate me and you know, just captivates me, honestly. Oh, favorite freshwater fish, we'll say is largemouth bass. That's freshwater. Saltwater fish, I like probably a checkered pufferfish. They're a really cool fish. I don't know why, they just have a really cool pattern to them. They're near where I live. They hang out kind of in mangrove systems and in kind of brackish water. My apartment is kind of in there, so I will go out at night sometimes, and they will come really close to the water's edge. And you can kind of see them, they'll kind of burrow themselves in literally inches of water, so you can kind of see them, and they're just a cool fish, you know, they're abundant, they're cool, and yeah, just like them. Reach some of them kids up there that, you know, they have fresh water, they're landlocked, so they don't have, you know, the ability to just go out and see these fish in the ocean, or come to our center and see them in our tanks. So it's a little harder for them to kind of see the full scope of fish. I remember as a kid, I'd see, you know, a nature show or in a book or a magazine, some of the coral and different fish species, and it was just amazing to me. So hopefully reach some of the kids, I guess, back Midwest, you know, different areas of the country and around the world that might not have, you know, the ability to see these fish, you know, and kind of learn about them. So that would be kind of one of my goals in our YouTube playlist. Kind of a typical day on our aquarium maintenance will be come in and kind of just do an overview of all of our tanks. Kind of look for any kind of changes that might have happened, check the fish, see how they look, make sure the health is okay, and look for any water quality issues, cloudy water. Sometimes we'll see bubbles coming up. There might be a sub pump issue or a pump issue. So just kind of look over the tanks up front, but also in the back, because there's a lot of stuff going on behind any kind of tank you'll see, an aquarium system you'll see. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that's important for the quality of the fish's life as well as the quality of the water. And so yeah, just come in, get an overview of the tanks and see what they look like. After that, most days we'll do a water change, which is important for the overall health of the systems, and that's just to kind of flush out some of the old water, get new, better water, and yeah, do that. And then we'll maybe start cleaning the windows, and then after we kind of get our basic day-to-day maintenance, which will be water changes, check filters, maybe clean our filter socks, stuff like that, we'll do side projects, work on our quarantine area, work on other projects with the tanks. Maybe we're gonna restructure one of our tanks or do some aquascape in one of our tanks. So it kind of varies on some of the special projects, but yeah, day to day will be overview of the tanks, do water changes, get our water quality good, and then do some cleaning. So yeah, I do. I have a 29 gallon, 30 gallon saltwater tank at home. Currently I got 3 fish in it right now. I have some coral, a couple crabs, and some snails to kind of bottom feed and keep my algae down. I would say recycle your fishing line. If you're a fisherman, if you are at the beach, you see fishing line, a lot of people don't know that fishing line is recyclable. I mean, it's better to be in the trash than obviously on the beach or anything, but it's best to recycle it. So here at LMC, we actually have a program to where we recycle fishing line. We manage Juno Beach Pier. So we have several fishing line receptacles, and it basically just looks like it's a PVC tube to where you put your fishing line in. We will go out and we will collect it. We will sort it and get it, because we can't send it with weights and swivels and stuff like that. But we will actually send it out to where it gets recycled and turned into actually what they make. One of the things they make out of the recycled fishing line is fish habs, and it's basically just like a cube to where people can put it in their private pond or whatever, and it creates a structure underwater to bring fish to it. But an interesting fact about where the fishing line is recycled is that's kind of where we send it to Spirit Lake, Iowa, which is essentially where I developed my love for fishing and water. So it's kind of an interesting dynamic for me personally down here, just that we send our fishing line there. But yeah, that is one tip, that is one thing. Don't discard your fishing line directly into the ocean. That wreaks havoc on a lot of marine life out there. Sea turtles, fish themselves, gets tangled up in coral, basically any kind of marine life out there. Fishing line or derelict fishing gear poses a threat to that marine life. So that would be my tip. Recycle your fishing line. One way, a good way for anybody out there would be to start their own tank up at home. Get a small tank. There's plenty of videos out there to watch to kind of get you started, startup YouTube videos, anything like that to kind of get you going. And it's a good way, hands-on would be my tip. Get some hands-on stuff, and at home that's kind of an easy way. You can get a 20-30 gallon tank and then get going like that. Or there's also if you really want to take it to the next level, there's several places that take in volunteers to where you can volunteer for a place and kind of get hands-on training that way. But yeah, that would be my tip. Get as much hands-on as you can, ask as many questions as you can to anybody that's in the field, and put yourself out there, put yourself out there, and really, yeah, though, hands-on would be my tip for them. Oh, it's great, yeah. I mean, the waters down here where we're at, especially this time of year in the summer, the ocean can get very flat and the water very clear. So for me, one of the more, I guess, cool experiences for me is just seeing, it's just the diversity of the things you see here. I can remember several snorkeling or trips to where you see a few turtles, you see some sharks, a manatee, some tarpon, hundreds of different fish species, and just, that's just in one small area. So basically the diversity of the fish here in the Florida's ocean ecosystem is awesome, and it's amazing to see, and hopefully we can showcase some of those fish species in our YouTube playlist here for LMC. So.